What is going on, Headliner Nation? Jake, Fantasy Headliners. Hopefully everybody's doing well out there. Today we got our quick and dirty top 30 running backs here for Week 13 fantasy football. And I'm going to warn you a little bit. They're a little bit crazy because, honestly, things have been crazy for a couple weeks in fantasy football. And we just keep putting the same guys towards the top expecting a bounce back, and it's just not happening. So therefore, we need to start looking at it going forward and make some serious decisions. These are a little bit crazy, but this is what 2020 has dealt us. Let's head into the top 30 rankings, starting right here at number 30. It's going to be Cam Akers, the Los Angeles Rams. Now, we've said, here for weeks that this guy is the future of this backfield. The problem is his touches aren't consistent enough to really trust on a weekly basis. We're hoping that big play last week kind of sparked the eye of the coaching staff a little bit to give him some more touches on a weekly basis. Got him right here at number 30, and hopefully he trends up here end of the season. Number 29 is Jamal Williams, Green Bay Packers, a matchup going up against the Philadelphia Eagles, and Jamal Williams saw like 17 carries last week. I mean, he's right there, almost a 50-50 split with Aaron Jones, and this running game is productive because Aaron Rodgers is playing so well. It's taking defenders outside of the box, making Jamal Williams a solid flex play almost on a weekly basis. Got him right here at 29. 28, Latavius Murray, arguably maybe the new number one in New Orleans. The problem is we just don't have a large enough sample size to prove that. I highly doubt they can just afford to abandon Alvin Kamara altogether remainder of the season in a matchup this week against the Atlanta Falcons. It's a very difficult defense to run against. Got Latavius Murray at 28. 27, Devontae Booker, and he could go higher as of right now. A matchup going up against the Jets, which is a great matchup, and as of right now, Josh Jacobs is banged up and limited in practice. If for any reasons Jacobs misses, Booker's going to hop up inside my top 15. Until we get that official word, though, he's still somebody who I expect to get maybe a little bit more volume this week if Jacobs is just limited but yet plays. Got him right here at 27. 26, James White, New England Patriots, in a matchup here this week going up against the Los Angeles Chargers. I expect Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers to come out and put points up on the board, forcing Cam Newton and the Patriots to have to throw the ball more than they have in the past. With that being said, as of right now, the highest touchdown upside in this running game is James White. Didn't have to do it through the air last week, but we know that he can do it. Got him right here at 26. 25 is Duke Johnson, Houston Texans, a very difficult matchup going up against the Indianapolis Colts, especially if they do get DeForest Buckner back. Why is Duke even this low? We don't know if David Johnson is returning as of yet. He's been cleared to come back in practice, but does he get activated in time for this week? We need to wait and see. As of right now, got Duke Johnson at 25. Number 24 is Jonathan Taylor, Indianapolis Colts, a great matchup going up against the Houston Texans, one of the worst run defenses in football, and Jonathan Taylor has recently been removed from the COVID-19 IR list. Don't forget the momentum this guy had before he missed last week's game. Got him at 24. 23, fellow rookie J.K. Dobbins in Baltimore. What's going to happen in this backfield going forward? We know they didn't play this past week in a matchup on Tuesday night where they should be back and active, good to go. In a matchup against Dallas is just great for J.K. Dobbins to go out there and continue the takeover of this backfield. Gus Edwards didn't come out and absolutely just blow the doors off of anything last week. Mark Ingram is aging, really hasn't done a whole lot on the season. J.K. Dobbins is the future and a great matchup for him to gain some momentum. Got him at 23. 22, Frank Gore, New York Jets, with a matchup going up against the Las Vegas Raiders. A Raiders defense which is kind of hit and miss at times. However, with no LaMichael Pirine, Frank Gore is going to get touches in this offense. Is he an absolute smash start every single week that's going to go get you 20 points? No, he's not. He plays for the Jets, but his floor is going to be right around 10 points a week, which I can't hate if you're looking for an option. Got Frank Gore at 22. 21 is Kenyon Drake, Arizona Cardinals, with a matchup going up against the Los Angeles Rams. And Kenyon Drake's been playing great as of late, but we know Chase Edmonds will be sprinkled in, and this is a very difficult defense to go against in Los Angeles. Still have him as a solid running back, too, this week. Got him sitting at 21. Number 20 is Myles Gaskin, Miami Dolphins, a matchup this week going up against the Cincinnati Bengals, a matchup that we want a piece of in this backfield. The problem is we don't know who's going to start yet. Will it be Myles Gaskin? Will it be Salvin Ahmed? They're both banged up and they're both questionable to play this weekend. As of right now, I have Gaskin. If he sits and Ahmed is active, I'm going to put Salvin Ahmed right here at number 20 as well. Number 19, Melvin Gordon, Denver Broncos, a matchup here this week going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. Not the greatest of matchups, however. Phillip Lindsay's still not practicing fully, and Melvin Gordon could get a heavy workload this week. We know he has the higher touchdown upside. Got him sitting right here at number 19. Number 18, Wayne Gallman, New York Giants. The guy just scores touchdowns on a weekly basis and now gets a matchup going up against the Seattle Seahawks, whose secondary's been playing a little bit better. No Daniel Jones. That's going to hurt. The defense can focus a little bit more on the running game. Doesn't hurt Wayne Gallman. It may hurt the ceiling, but the floor is still pretty safe with that touchdown upside. Got him at 18. 17, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Kansas City Chiefs going up against the Denver Broncos. The kid has the talent. He should definitely be inside the top 12 every single week. He's just not getting volume right now, and he's not scoring touchdowns consistently. Until that happens, he's going to continue to fall down these rankings, regardless of the matchup in which he's playing, because Patrick Mahomes just wants to throw the ball all 4 quarters every week. Got CEH at 17. Number 16, Zeke Elliott, Dallas Cowboys. Difficult matchup Tuesday night against the Baltimore Ravens, but do all the Baltimore Ravens defenders actually play this week? That's the biggest question, right? As of right now, with the inconsistencies of Zeke, the potential tough matchup, I got him dropped down to number 16. Number 15, DeAndre Swift, a difficult matchup this week going up against the Chicago Bears. Now, earlier in the week, sounded like he was going to be good to go, cleared from concussion protocol, and back in the lineup. Now, as the week progresses, there's still question marks surrounding DeAndre Swift. No more Matt Patricia, and I expect this offense to try to be a little bit faster paced and more explosive. That would start with DeAndre Swift if he's active. Got him right here at 15 as long as he plays. If he does not play, Adrian Peterson will make the top 30, but he'll be closer to that 25 mark, not as high as DeAndre Swift is right now. Number 14 is Antonio Gibson, Washington football team. A tough matchup going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers, but Antonio Gibson is somebody who you can almost trust on a weekly basis just due to the big playability and the touchdown upside. This guy is coming on super strong here, end of the season. And don't forget, he hasn't even played running back that much in his career. He's only getting better as time goes on with more and more experience. The kid's explosive. Got him at 14. 13, Alvin Kamara, New Orleans Saints. He continues to fall down the rankings because Taysom Hill hates him, apparently. They do not use him in the passing game, but like I said earlier, I can't assume that they're just going to abandon him rest of season. He's too good of a piece of this offense to just totally forget about. He's going to make a comeback. When does it happen? That's the biggest question mark, and that's why we tell people you can't really afford to sit these big-name studs because you know at some point they're going to bounce back. As of right now, got Alvin Kamara sitting at 13, though. Number 12, David Montgomery of the Chicago Bears. Great matchup for him going up against the Detroit Lions, one of the worst run defenses in all of football. Plus, we saw Monty be a little efficient last week with Mitch Trubisky under center. Does that happen again because Mitch can move the ball down the field to the likes of an Allen Robinson, maybe a Darnell Mooney? If it does, it's only going to help David Montgomery. Got him at number 12. Number 11, Kareem Hunt, Cleveland Browns, a matchup against the Tennessee Titans, a great matchup against the Tennessee Titans. Now, Kareem Hunt's numbers been down over the past few weeks, but this is a great bounce-back opportunity against a poor rushing defense for both him and Nick Chubb to put up great numbers once again in a game in which they may, force Cleveland to have to continue to keep their foot on the pedal and throw a little bit more because Tennessee can put some points on the board, maybe a little bit more Kareem Hunt in the passing game. Got him at number 11. Number 10 is Raheem Mostert, San Francisco 49ers going up against the Buffalo Bills. A great matchup for Raheem Mostert this week. Plus, we expect him to get more and more volume as the season goes on. Remember, last week, his first game back after suffering that high ankle sprain. He's going to continue to be worked in slowly, but he looked great at times last week, and we expect that to continue to grow on a weekly basis. And a great matchup this week got him at number 10. Number 9, Aaron Jones, Green Bay Packers going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. Love Aaron Jones, right? Would love to put him higher. Unfortunately, Matt LaFleur just continues to use Jamal Williams at an unsettling pace. So that's always going to limit the ceiling of Aaron Jones. Plus, the touchdown upside that we saw last year, almost on a weekly basis, just isn't there this year. So Aaron Jones dropped down a few spots to number 9. Number 8, Miles Sanders, Philadelphia Eagles, going up against Aaron Jones and the Green Bay Packers. Same deal for Miles Sanders, right? The skill, the talent is there. Doug Peterson, for whatever reason, though, refuses to give this kid volume on a weekly basis. If he could touch the ball around 15 times a week, we're looking at a guy who's maybe a top 5 pick on a weekly basis. However, due to that inconsistent volume and a lack of touchdown upside because of that volume, got to drop him down a few spots right here to number 8. Number 7 is Chris Carson, Seattle Seahawks. We saw him worked back into the offense slowly last week, but expect that to grow on a weekly basis in a matchup this week going up against the New York Giants. But don't forget, Chris Carson isn't just a 20-carry run between the tackle guy like we've seen in years past. He's involved in the passing game, and he will continue to be. Got him at number 7. Number 6, Josh Jacobs, Las Vegas Raiders, going up against the Jets. Such a great matchup. Would love to have a 100% healthy Josh Jacobs here. However, as of right now, he's not. This is definitely one we're paying attention to here as the week progresses. We knew he had a hip injury. It has an ankle injury. He's banged up to say the least as of right now. But until we get the word that he's not playing, it's a great matchup. Got him at number 6. Number 5, Austin Eckler, Los Angeles Chargers, going up against the New England Patriots. He saw 14 targets last week. Huge volume in his first game back, and he looked 100% completely healthy, no hamstring injuries. This is the Austin Eckler that we loved preseason, and this is why. The involvement all over the field in this offense got him at number 5. Number 4 is James Robinson going up against the Minnesota Vikings. James Robinson doesn't care what defense he's facing. He's going to be on the field for almost every snap of it, and he's going to be productive not only on the ground but through the air, regardless of who plays quarterback. The dude had a great week with Mike Glennon last week. I expect it again here this week against Minnesota. Got him at number 4. Number 3, Nick Chubb, Cleveland Browns, a great matchup going up against Tennessee. We talked about this matchup when we mentioned Kareem Hunt a little bit earlier. Nick Chubb has a real chance to finish inside the top 12 running backs this year after almost missing half the fantasy season. That's how great of a running back this guy is, and he's offensive weapon number 1 in Cleveland, going to get 20 touches on a weekly basis in a great matchup. Got Nick Chubb, number 3. Number 2, his opponent in that game, Derrick Henry. Do I need to continue to sell people on why I have Derrick Henry so high? I sure hope not. The guy's going to go out, touch the ball 20 to 30 times, huge touchdown upside, has the big playability, and an offense that really features him on a weekly basis regardless of matchups. Got Derrick Henry, number 2. Which means number 1 is going to be Dalvin Cook once again, Minnesota Vikings. And yeah, he got banged up a little bit last week. Looked like he was in some serious pain. We escaped a major injury, what looks like. And they say that he should be good to go 100% here this weekend. In a matchup going up against Jacksonville, you can't ask for anything more. Look for Dalvin Cook to bounce back to another big game this week. Got him at number 1 here in Week 13. All right, those are my top 30 running backs here for Week 13 fantasy football. Like I said at the beginning, though, there's some names and some pretty funky spots, right? But 2020 just continues to deliver blow after blow after blow. And in some of our must-start studs have just really fallen off, and we kind of have to take a look at that here going forward. The fantasy playoffs right around the corner. We have to start being a little bit safer with the guys we put in, but we can't just sit our studs, right? Zeke's been a disappointment. Miles Sanders has been a disappointment. Alvin Kamara's been a disappointment. We can't just all of a sudden abandon them altogether. Even if you throw them in as a flex spot, the ceilings are still always going to be there on a weekly basis. So, like I've said in the past, rankings are supposed to be disagreed with, right? If we always agreed on our rankings, they would be pointless to even do because we would all just agree, right? So they're supposed to be a little bit different to share a different perspective. Hopefully this helps clarify some things for you and helps set some of your lineups. Makes those decisions a little bit easier here this week. But we greatly appreciate the support. Hopefully you guys had a great week here this week. We look forward to hearing from you remainder of the week. Hopefully you guys had a great one. We'll talk to you later.